Hey there, gang. It's Lauren here, the Gratitude Addict, and it has been a minute since I have posted a video blog. I apologize for that. I've had my son Jake home with us for the last 6 days. He is a senior engineering student, electrical engineering at Penn State University. He's been home for the last 6 days, so I've been spending some quality time with him, and today is move-in day. He's been living in the same apartment for the last 3 years. Today he's moving to a new apartment, and I have not, other than when he was a freshman, I have not taken part in move-in day because of my condition and how I was feeling at the moment. Today, I am going because I miss out on those precious moments, and while I cannot do the heavy lifting, I'm feeling good enough. I can carry some bags. It's about a 3.5-hour ride, and we are taking 2 cars. Rob's going to drive his car. Jake's going to drive his car because Jake has furniture and things. The last apartment he was in was furnished. Excuse me. This one is not, so we had to go to IKEA the other day, which was an experience, and get him a bed and a dresser and all that stuff. So we needed 2 cars. Plus Jake wanted his car at school, of course. So I am along for the ride. It's about 3.5 hours, and I'll go in Jake's car and spend some quality time with him, and I'll do what I can and let the guys handle the rest. But it's a precious day. I'm glad I get to spend this quality time with him. For those of you with college students, at least on the East Coast, Northeast Coast, that first stretch when you send the kids off to college in the fall is the longest before you get to see them again. Usually I don't see him again until around Thanksgiving. So it's a long time. And, for a mom, that can be rough. So I want to spend as much time with him as possible. And I'm really, really grateful that my body's telling me that I can attend today. And I am sore, as always, but I can do some things. I don't have to look at it as, oh my gosh, I've got to move furniture and all that. I don't. I can carry a couple bags and I can be there and enjoy these precious moments because I'll never get to experience them again. So come along for the ride as we move Jake into Penn State University in his new apartment. I've got to tell you, my latest obsession has been learning how to make sourdough bread. I got this amazing heritage sourdough starter recently, so I've been following this cookbook called The Sourdough Whisperer and trying to perfect sourdough bread. And I will put a picture, I've already got it wrapped up, I'll put a picture in here to show you what I have perfected it, and it's amazing. I wanted to make a loaf. We moms, we still nest no matter how old they are. Jake's 24, but I'm sending a loaf back with him to school, and I'm quite proud of myself because I'm not a baker. I love to cook, but I am not a baker. However, I do love sourdough bread. Oh, you know what? Here's a bag showing some of the pieces. Hang on. Over here's some remnants of a loaf I made yesterday, which is delicious. And this is remnants of when you feed sourdough, you discard some of it. And I saved the discard and make this huge discard pancake sprinkled with salt, pepper, and some fresh chives from the garden. So we've been munching on that for breakfast, and it is delicious. I tend to get obsessed with things of the moment, so right now it's sourdough. So my contribution to Jake's move is a loaf of sourdough bread, and I hope he and his roommate enjoy it. So they are packing. Let me show you what my mudroom looks like. Here is some of his stuff, his drums. He's a drummer like my husband. I don't know if that's clean or dirty laundry. I assume it's clean. I heard him doing the wash the other day. And then they are busy packing up the cars. Let's check it out. Here they are. They're putting some of our IKEA furniture. Here's my son Jake. There he is, the college guy. They're putting stuff on Rob's roof. As you know, if you've ever been to IKEA, everything comes in flat boxes to assemble, which is great when you're moving and also a pain when you need to assemble, but they really are. You can get really good buys for cheap furniture, and Rob is an expert packer. My husband, say hi, Ann. Hi. And I'm just watching them do it all and figuring it out. I was wondering if I was able to go because often there's no room for an extra person, but it looks like there will be. Look at this car. This is packed to the... Everything is in here. There's not extra space. Rob is really good at that. So, and there's Jake's car. That's what I'll be riding in. Actually, it was Riley's car, and he had a pickup truck which broke down, so now he's driving Riley's car because Riley lives in New York City and does not need a car. We were just getting in the cars, and then they realized that Jake forgot the lamps that are in his room. So they are packing that up now, but I wanted to show you something cool in my garden that I've discovered today. Hang on. I'm growing this variety by Baker Creek Seeds called Sugar Magnolia Tendril Peas, something like that, and they are purple. Check it out. This plant has been growing in grow bags for quite a while and growing like crazy and vining and all that stuff, but just yesterday I noticed the actual peas. They'll get bigger, but how cute are they? Super, super cute. Really pretty purple flowers too. And apparently you can eat the tendrils along with it, which should be interesting. All right, it looks like they might be packed. Maybe. Let's see. I don't know. I also discovered tiny little, we're growing these purple beans too. Now that looks like a little bean. It's called a bohilda bean. These are going to be purple also. So it's a bit late in the season, but I planted these all late. So, and since George the groundhog ate all of our green beans, we will get a late season fall variety of purple peas and beans. Super, super cute. Aren't these flowers beautiful? Gosh, I just love being out here. All right, here's some fall tomato plants. Look at these black beauties. This, we don't care for the flavor at all. At all. We think they're kind of gross actually, but they are super pretty. They are black, the darkest, apparently the darkest tomato, black beauty. Sometimes you grow things just for the look. I'm not sure we'll grow them again because we really just don't care for the flavor. Although slow roasted in the oven, which is how I make my sauce, they're wonderful. But just raw, it's just not worth it. All right, I think it looks like they've got things under control. We are off. All right, we are finally on the road. Jake at the wheel. We are heading to State College, Pennsylvania, and believe it or not, the town we are in right now is Buttsville, New Jersey, which when Jake was a little boy, he thought that was the funniest thing. I think he still might think it's the funniest thing.
It's still pretty funny.
Buttsville, B-U-T-T-Z-V-I-L-L-E, New Jersey. It's you blink and you miss it, you're through it. There is, however, a very famous, I think it might be coming up, a very famous, all right, I'm going to turn you around so you can see. There's a very famous thing in Buttsville, New Jersey, from Hot Dog Johnny's. Being a vegan, I no longer frequent Hot Dog Johnny's. Another thing they're famous for is buttermilk. Like, which is kind of gross. I used to cook with buttermilk. I made fried chicken with buttermilk. I don't know anybody who drinks buttermilk. I don't know, maybe older people drink buttermilk. I don't know. It's been around, I don't even know how long, for decades. I mean, probably since, I don't know. I'd be guessing. At least the 1940s, maybe earlier, I want to say. But people do come from all over. There are people who are like hot dog connoisseurs that like to travel the country and hit the famous hot dog places, and that is one of them. So that is what Buttsville is famous for. So we are, it's 10 a.m. We probably have, what, like 3 hours or so. The car is packed. Both cars are packed. Rob is in the other car, which is packed, and then some with stuff on the roof of the car. And Jake is so lucky to get to spend so much time, quality time with his mama, me.
That's right.
So we'll check in again later. I'm sure, knowing me, I'll have to go to the bathroom like 3 times before we get there. But we're on the road. It is a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'm so grateful that I get to be here for moving into his new place and a new start. So when you're a Penn State family and your children go to Penn State, even if you don't go to Penn State or live in Pennsylvania, there's sort of a cult when it comes to the football team. I used to hate Penn State until Jake started going to Penn State. Now I love Penn State. Penn State football is an institution. It really is. Once you're a fan, it's like it sucks you in. If you've ever been to a game at Beaver Stadium where they play, it is the second largest football stadium in the entire country, second only to Michigan, and third in the entire world. And I'm talking all sports, professional, everything. I believe it holds 110,000 people, something like that. So I wanted to give you guys a view. I'm sure from the car it's not going to look like much, but we are coming up on the stadium. It's like the church of football for people around here, and the games are just the most fun thing you will ever experience sports-wise in your life. So I'm going to see, as we get a little bit closer, I'm going to see if I can get a good view, and I will show it to you guys. The good old Beaver Stadium where the Nittany Lions play their football. So we are coming upon it here. This is Beaver Stadium. I forget why it's called Beaver Stadium, but this is the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and it is just awesome. The tailgates are so much fun. It's clean, it's organized. These people live for the tailgates and the football games, and yeah, we're gonna go right past it here. 100, I think they've actually had way more than 110,000 people. It's probably not that much more. Okay. So this is it. We're gonna see the good old Nittany Lion logo right up at the top there in a minute. Look at this place. Bigger than any professional football stadium. There it is. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. There it is. Even if you don't like football, the games are just so much fun. And the food's really good. They're known for like chicken tenders, which sounds weird. I'm a vegan now, so I don't eat the chicken tenders, but their food's really good. Their chicken tenders, their French fries, and it is like you'd think with all of that amount of people. Now, I'm claustrophobic. I don't do well in crowds, but it's so well organized, and it's wonderful. They've got the Blue Band, which is their marching band, which is super famous, and it's just a fun day, and it's a great way to forget about life's troubles for a Saturday afternoon or evening. People come together. Everybody who's a Penn State fan, they become family, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really neat, and it's honestly the reason why a lot of people come to Penn State. People that are, the school spirit here is amazing. Jake, actually, today he's not wearing a Penn State shirt, but pretty much everything he wears has a Penn State logo on it normally. So, here's the dorms he was in freshman year when he was a wee freshman. No longer a wee freshman. I was just telling Jake that today there's a lot of crying moms who are letting little Johnny and little Susie off for the first time, not only here but in other colleges around the world. And if you are one of those moms, I feel for you. When we let Riley off at college for the first time, it's been, how long has that been? 9 years? 9 years ago or something. It was horrible. But we still had him at home. And then 2 years later, when he went to college, then it was like, oh my gosh, now it's just Rob and I. It was weird. It's definitely an adjustment, If you have little ones, cherish that time. And I couldn't stand when people would say, cherish it, it goes so fast. I'm like, yeah, I just can't wait for them to be out of diapers. It really goes so fast. And so that is why I cherish every minute that I have with Riley and Jake, because we're not able to get together all that much because they're adults. They have their own lives, and every minute I spend with them is precious. So being able to accompany him, being able to feel well enough to accompany him on this trip and be whatever help I can be by bringing in bags and providing granola bars and water for the trip, that's my mom's job. It's a privilege to spend time with him and be here on this trip. And it is a beautiful day too, beautiful weather day. Thank goodness it's not raining. Moving in the rain is kind of lousy. So we are almost at his apartment, so I'm going to sign off and I'll see you in a bit. We are here. We just pulled into his new apartment and we are going to head in. It's in one of those, I don't know, somewhere up there, but we're going to unload the car. I'll take what I can and we'll spend the next couple hours getting him acclimated. His roommate doesn't arrive until tomorrow, so we are going to start unpacking, which is what is happening all around. There's trucks, there's dumpsters. Everybody's moving in today. So here we go. Here's my boys unloading the IKEA stuff to bring in, and here is Jake's new digs. Not the whole thing, part of it. Very lovely, nice street, really close to class. He'll be able to walk to class where before he drove. Yeah, nice place. Lots of U-Hauls going on here, lots of people. Bringing lots and lots of stuff. This is off-campus housing, which is pretty typical of everybody except for freshmen. So his final year, he's moving in with a buddy from ski club, and I'm so happy for him. We're trying to decide where his stuff will fit. And then as much as I think he would like to spend all of his time with us, we are going to help him get set up and leave, because I know he wants to get rid of mom and dad and get on with his college life. I know I'm cool and everything, but seriously, I remember moving in college myself, and you know, you just kind of want to make your fresh start. And as much as he loves having us, we'll help him. I feel obligated to help him get the bed set up, because God forbid he has to sleep on the floor. But I think he's looking forward to putting together his IKEA furniture, because it's like a Lego puzzle. So it's a really nice place. It's just going to be him and the one roommate. They've got a cute kitchen. Yeah, he's going to have a great year, great final year here at State College at Penn State. And I'm so, so happy to be here. It really is just such a pleasure. I've missed a lot of these. Not that he's moved in a lot, because he's been at the same apartment for the last 3 years. But there's still, like, he'll come home for the summer often, and then we have to move back in. And I seem to always miss it for either me being not feeling well or something. So it really is just a pleasure being here, and I am so grateful for these moments, and it's something that I know I'll never forget, and to see him off is a pleasure. So yeah, we're gonna move into more stuff, and then I guess we'll be on our way. Hey gang, so it's like 9 o'clock at night and I totally forgot I was filming this day. Here with Rob and Jake's back there, and we just dropped off Taria, Jake's girlfriend, who was with us. She joined us for dinner. We took a break from helping to unload things, had dinner, went to Target and Walmart to get some last minute things that Jake needed for the new apartment. And yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock and we are tired, so we are going to let Jake off with his new stuff and be on our way home. Be home after midnight sometime. But it's been a nice day. Again, I feel so blessed to have been able to be a part of it and to be able to still go from morning till night and just enjoy Jake's last days at home. Oop. No lights. Now I'm in the dark. Okay. Hope you've enjoyed this day. Now I'm like in the twilight zone here. Hope you've enjoyed this day as much as I have. And I will talk to you soon. Peace and love, and get your gratitude on. And say goodbye to Jake. Wish him luck at school. We love you, Jake. Bye, gang.